Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to the Nashville Lift Zone. I'm your host, DJ Rockwell, in Nashville's #1, numero uno, Lyft driver. Boy, I really proved it this week here. And if you've been watching some of my videos already, previously the LyftZone Confessions, kind of put those up randomly, with a funny story that happened or something like that. But I'm kind of going to shift that because today's Sunday morning, in LyftZone Confessions kind of sounds like a Sunday morning type of video. So I'm just going to start doing this particular video set once a week, and we're going to make it kind of a weekend review kind of thing, kind of recap some of the memorable stories from the week. And yeah, it was a real crazy week. Just to lead it off, earlier this week it was an early morning, I don't remember which day it was. It was probably like Tuesday. It was before the real big stuff happened, which I'll tell you about in a minute. Yeah, it's maybe 9 o'clock in the morning or so, and I get a business guy in the car, and he's suit and tie, all that, kind of an older gentleman, probably in his 50s, graying hair, and got a laptop case and all that. And he, I offer the, water, candy, phone chargers, all that, and ask my 2-question rule pretty much. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day, that sort of thing. And he's kind of being a little quiet, so it's if they're being quiet after that, then it's my cue to just shut up and drive. Because those people usually just want to, sit there and be left alone. But anyway, we're almost to his destination, and I've got a playlist that plays on my phone, or through my phone into the stereo, linked through Bluetooth. Through my iTunes playlist, and all of a sudden a song comes on, and it's Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. But that's not really the important part. On my dashboard here, the display, or whatever you call it, which also doubles as the rear view backup camera. When I'm playing my playlist, it shows the name of the song, the artist, the album that came from, and he notices that this this Billie Jean is not from a Michael Jackson album. It's from the Grand Theft Auto Vice City, PlayStation game soundtrack, which was a great game. Loved that one. Loved all the Grand Theft Autos, really. But anyway, this 50-year-old business guy, he just all of a sudden just the first thing he's really said, he's like, "Man, I love Vice City." And I was like, I never would have pegged you for a Vice City Grand Theft Auto guy. And then the next 5 minutes, that's all we talked about, just nonstop. I was like, "God, did you ever play San Andreas?" "Yeah, man, I love that." Blah blah blah. "Which one's the first one you've ever played?" I was like, "I've played them all the way back on the original 2 on the PlayStation 1." And that's a quick little lesson there. You never know, though. There's always something that's going to connect you with that passenger. It's just a matter of finding out what it is, and most of the time you may not ever find out what that is, but just as it happens, that song came on, and he saw that it was from the Grand Theft Auto Vice City album, and that gave us all of a sudden something to talk about, and so that ended up being a pretty good ride. And then Wednesday night, I worked Wednesday night. As I do, work come in the evenings, work till the mornings. We had a major convention come into town here late Wednesday night, and they all got started Thursday morning. And it was a beach body coaches summit, convention, that kind of thing. And there was 25,000 people, all women. Every single one of them was women. I'm still a little unclear, but it's Beachbody is kind of like a nutritional supplement, milkshakes, nutrition bars, but if they combine it with some you know, fitness and exercise and things like that. So it's not just, you know, make a milkshake every day. It's, you know, make a milkshake, you know, have a workout, that kind of thing. But nobody really knew that they were coming in. Lyft didn't even send out a notification about it until real late on Thursday. By that time, everybody, all the Lyft drivers already knew that they were in town. But yeah, 25,000 people just moved into downtown. And they didn't leave here until this morning. It's Sunday. Last night was their, you know, closing ceremonies, whatnot. So they've been here for a couple days, and boy, I made a ton of money off of them. And it was real interesting to see the, you know, the different kind of personalities from all these different women, because, you know, you had the ones that are, you know, real hardcore about, you know, being a better coach, you know, being a better distributor. You know, like I said, it's kind of like a, you know, pyramid type distributor structure setup. You know, kind of like Herbalife or Amway, I guess would be a good example. You know, you start a distributorship, you try to get some distributors underneath you, and then you start making money off of, you know, the things the people underneath you sell. And if your pyramid gets big enough, then, you know, you're up, you know, pretty much on easy street. But you know, you had those girls that are here to learn. They're not here to, you know, party. They're just here to learn. You know, be better at what they're doing, so they can end up making more money. And then you have the girls that are pretty much just here to party. It's like, hey, I left the husband at home. You know, I want to, you know, go out and have a good time. There was even one group of these girls that I picked up at like 3:30 in the morning coming out of the bars. And they were pretty sloshed. And I mean, they had a pretty strict regimen too. I mean, they had to be like, you know, up and at 'em and in downtown at the convention center and on Broadway for like a morning exercise meeting. Then they had a break for breakfast, and then they had like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. was their seminars and whatnot. And but yeah, like 3:30 in the morning on, you know, real late, you know, Friday morning, early Saturday, or Friday night, early Saturday morning, I pick up these three girls, and they're like, you know, sloshed. They're like, oh, we don't know if we're gonna be able to make the 7 o'clock workout. Oh, damn. And I highly doubt they did. They probably, you know, went back to the hotel room and just completely passed out for hours after that. But yeah, that was really crazy, and I made a ton of money off of these girls. You know, just so many rides, so many people wanting rides, you know, everywhere, and most of them were using Lyft. I even talked to a couple Uber drivers on the brief times that I actually had a break in the action here. You know, it was parked at a gas station, you know, using the bathroom, or just, you know, waiting on the next ride to come in. And Uber wasn't getting, you know, from what I was told, Uber was not getting the same kind of response to this convention being in town. I mean, like I said, most of them are pretty much all using Lyft. Yeah, a ton of money. I mean serious money. Like Friday night, Saturday morning, with the bonuses, I made a little under $400. Last night, you know, Saturday night to this morning, which is Sunday morning, made about $300. The very first morning they were here on Thursday morning, I made like $100 just in between 5 a.m. and 10 a.m. Which that's the busiest I've ever been in a morning. You know, and each morning like that, you know, each morning, you know, since they've been here has been like that. And what was really funny too is this morning, because they're all going to the airport and flying out. You know, you know, of course, I'm taking a whole bunch of them to the airport, and then coming back to downtown, pick up another group, take them back to the airport, you know, rinse and repeat, come back to downtown. And on the way back to one downtown trip, I was curious, and I just turned the driver app off and switched it over to the passenger app and logged in like I was a passenger trying to get a ride myself. And the interstate coming from the airport just looked like an unbroken conga line of Lyft cars, you know, just coming back down into the interstate into downtown. And I laughed pretty hard when I saw that. But anyway, yeah, that was a great convention. Learned a lot about conventions, so I'm definitely going to be looking forward to the next one, you know, whenever that is, that comes into town. And then there was one more ride last night, and I'll wrap this up with this video up with this one. And this had nothing to do with that convention. As you may or may not know, Nashville, Tennessee is the #1 destination in the United States for bachelorette parties, and why that is, I have no clue. Not one single clue. I don't know what it is that just about Nashville that attracts them all, but they're out in groves every single night of the week. And you know, especially on Friday, Saturday night, there's, you know, multiple packs of them, you know, roaming the streets. But anyway, last night, you know, the Beachbody convention is still going on, and you know, prices surged all over. That's how I made so much money, is just trying to stick inside the surge zones. And yeah, I'm coming back into downtown, kind of near the Tennessee Titans Stadium, and there's an Exxon station there, and I'll pull up to the red light next to the station and get a pickup request for a group of girls. There's 3 girls at the gas station, and they actually lived a little bit outside of Nashville, and they were here for a bachelorette party. You know, none of them. They were the crew. They said the bachelorette actually ditched them earlier in the night and was like, "I'm tired, I'm going home." Of course, they continued to party on, and I'm picking them up at like 2:30 in the morning. And you know, it starts out as kind of a typical ride. You know, hey, I got candy, water, phone chargers, gum. You know, I'll play. You know, if you want to listen to something else, I'll play something else. You know, like I said, you know, earlier here, I'll, you know, keep a playlist on my phone and generally have it on that. But they're you know, kind of talking about the you know, the events of the night that they had, and then all of a sudden on the radio, or on my playlist through the stereo here, Bohemian Rhapsody starts to play by Queen, and they went nuts. I mean nuts. They're like, "Wah!" And all 3 of them are sitting in the back seat. There's nobody up here in the passenger seat. But they just all of a sudden start singing along, and I mean loudly singing. I mean, they know the words by heart. And you know, they're back there, you know, dancing and car dancing, and they got their phones out and they're taking Snapchat videos of them singing along to this song. And I really wish I could, my dash camera recorded this whole thing, and I really wish I could post that for you all, but that would violate copyright law, and Queen would come knocking on my door, and you know, that wouldn't be good. So unfortunately I can't you know, post that video for you, because it'd be a real good one. Maybe I'll send Queen a letter and ask their permission if I can play that. This, you know, I picked them up in 100% surge zone, you know, at 2:30 in the morning, so that's, you know, exactly the kind of ride you want to get as the bars are closing. And they were going like 20-25 miles away, so whoa, yeah, 100%, you know, let's go. And then they start into their, you know, chorus line of singing to Bohemian Rhapsody, and then we start, you know, once that's done, we start skipping through the playlist to, you know, another song that they wanted to sing along to, and it was like that the whole like 35 minutes that it took me to get them, you know, home. And yeah, that was, and I told them this before they got out of the car, because I was like, you know, all right, ladies, hands down, you have just won the award for the funnest ride I have given this entire month of July. Yeah, you win the prize on that, because that was so much fun. And yeah, it was just it was a great week, which technically is still not over. I still got one more night to work here tonight, Sunday night, so we're going to be adding a little bit more to our cash wad here. But yeah, this was already going to be even if I didn't work tonight, this is already going to be the biggest money-making week I've had in Lyft since I started doing this. And you know, every week I do this, every day I do this, I get a little bit better at it. I get a little bit smarter about where I am and when I'm there, you know, where to go. You know, when I drop somebody off, you know, no matter where it is in the city, you know, I'm not just trying to get back to downtown. I'm like, okay, there's a hot spot of bars, you know, a mile away from where I drop them off, so that's where I head, and then pick up the next person. And just repeat that process all night long. But yeah, it's a great week. Can't wait to see what my final earnings are going to be after tonight, or yeah, tonight, you know, through tomorrow morning, and then when Lyft adds their bonuses tomorrow, then I'll find out, you know, Tuesday morning sometime what the final total is. But it's probably going to be somewhere around $1,200 to $1,300 cash money in my pocket. And speaking of cash money, I got tons of cash tips from all these the convention people, and they were extremely generous with the tips. You know, the whole time through, almost every single one of them left some tip, even if it was just $1. You know, some up to, you know, a lot of them left $5 tips. So again, love Lyft because of the tips and the tipping option. I don't understand why Uber does not let you do that, or let the passenger do that. I think that's just plain stupid on their part. But anyway, that's our LyftZone confession, or maybe we'll call it LyftZone Confessionals. Since it's Sunday morning, we're going to start doing this on you know, the Sunday video. But yeah, that's our week in review for this week. I look forward to giving next week's review and see how next week goes. But yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I've always got more videos coming out. I've separated them into playlists, so you know, tips and tricks, or quick tips, the confession videos, and that kind of thing. So you can easily find you know, a specific kind of video you're looking for. And so click that subscribe button, throw a like on this video if you liked it, and as always, let me know, comment below if there's something you ever want me to talk about in the video, or if you want to add something to something I've talked about, or share your own experience. Yeah, please don't hesitate to you know, throw a comment down there, you know, down there, and you know, let's share our experiences and become better drivers from the sharing. But anyway, y'all have a great day, and I will catch you all again next time in the Nashville Lyft Zone. Again, I'm your host, DJ Rockwell, and don't you go changing.